Okay, let's jump right in. We're going to peel back the layers of artificial intelligence today, literally unpacking it like a set of nested Matryoshka dolls. I'm super excited to guide you through this explainer because we're looking at exactly how this tech has evolved, and more importantly, how it's going to totally empower your daily life and work. Before we dive into the technical weeds, I absolutely love this thought from our sources. It says building AI is kind of like building a multi-generational church. We're all just humble brickmakers laying the foundation for this grand structure that honestly, we might not even see finished. It's just a beautiful reminder that the tools we're using today are built on decades of collective human effort. So here's our quick roadmap for unpacking these nested dolls. We'll hit the artificial intelligence umbrella, how machines actually learn, the generative AI revolution, the rise of AI agents, some applications and risks, and finally, finding your own AI path.
Right, starting with Section 1, the Artificial Intelligence Umbrella. This is our outermost doll.
At its absolute core, artificial intelligence is just getting machines to mimic human behavior. It's about simulating comprehension and autonomy. Whether we're talking about a chess-playing computer or a self-driving car, the big goal of this outer layer is simply creating a system that can solve problems entirely on its own. But here's where the paradigm totally shifts. In traditional programming, a human literally has to hard code every single rule. If X happens, do Y. Machine learning, though, it completely flips the script. Instead of coding the rules, we just feed the computer massive amounts of data, and it figures out the rules and patterns all by itself. Moving on to Section 2, how machines actually learn. Let's pop open that next doll. Okay, so how does it actually figure those rules out? Basically, machines learn in three main ways. Supervised learning uses perfectly labeled data to predict things, like guessing housing prices based on square footage. Unsupervised learning looks at raw, messy data and finds hidden clusters. And then there's reinforcement learning. This is pure trial and error. Like, researchers literally taught an AI to beat a level of Super Mario just by rewarding it for moving forward and penalizing it for hitting a Goomba. Now, if you're wondering why AI suddenly went completely mainstream, just look at this number. We generate 2.5 quintillion bytes of data every single day. Every tweet, every swipe, every video, all of that unstructured data basically became rocket fuel for machine learning models. The problem was traditional machine learning kind of hit a brick wall with that much raw data. It just couldn't handle it. So enter deep learning. This is a system modeled directly after the human brain, with massive, multi-layered neural networks. It requires some serious GPU computing power, but it's what finally cracked the code for processing complex stuff like high-res images and natural language. Which brings us to Section 3, the Generative AI revolution. Let's look at the tools everyone is talking about today. Looking back, AI actually started way back in the 1950s with early languages like Lisp. But it really caught a creative spark in 2014 when generative adversarial networks, or GANs, were introduced. And then boom, 2022 happens, and large language models like ChatGPT just absolutely explode onto the scene. Here is the absolute game changer you need to take away from this. Traditional models just classify data. They tell you if an email is spam, right? Generative AI models encode all that training data to create totally new original content from scratch. Text, music, video. It's no longer just sorting information, it is actually synthesizing it. On to Section 4, Rise of AI Agents. We are now at the innermost, most advanced Matryoshka doll. This is where things get wild. Think about it. What actually happens when we stop spoon-feeding prompts to these models one by one and instead just let them execute tasks entirely on their own? What happens when the AI is in the driver's seat? Well, that is an AI agent. An agent doesn't just spit out a paragraph of text and wait for you to tell it what to do next. It takes a goal, builds a full plan, decides which external tools or databases to use, and executes the whole thing autonomously. It literally has agency. Our sources use a really great analogy here. Think about brushing your teeth. It requires a plan, tools like your toothbrush, and a memory of how you like to do it. An AI agent does the exact same thing. It breaks down your query, accesses the right APIs, and evaluates its own success. And if it hits a snag, it doesn't just give up. It recalculates and tries a different tool. Let's hit Section 5, Applications and Current Risks. Time to see how this actually works out in the real world. The enterprise applications we're seeing right now are just incredible. We're talking about predicting when a factory machine will break down before it even happens, diagnosing medical x-rays with superhuman precision, and completely automating targeted marketing. These tools are taking over some seriously complex workflows and drastically reducing human error. But let's pump the brakes for a second, because it's definitely not perfect. Our sources point out that these systems still really struggle with stability and context. I mean, they'll occasionally hallucinate some truly bizarre stuff, like generating an image of a dog with 6 eyes because of a 3D perspective error. It's a funny visual, but it proves exactly why we still absolutely need human-in-the-loop oversight to ensure accuracy and catch security threats. Finally, Section 6, Finding Your AI Path. Where do you fit into all of this? You don't need a computer science degree to get involved here. Basically, there are 3 paths. You can be the everyday explorer, just using AI to summarize long emails and save some time. You can level up to a power user, stacking different tools together for bigger projects. Or you can become a builder, creating fully automated multi-agent workflows using no-code platforms. Whichever path you choose, prompt engineering is going to be your absolute secret weapon. It really comes down to a simple framework. Give the AI a specific role, give it deep context about what you're trying to achieve, and set strict constraints for the output format. Seriously, do that, and you'll turn a generic, boring response into a highly polished professional asset. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want this quote from our sources to stick with you. This tech isn't just a basic software utility, it is a massive creative engine. It is a profound amplifier for your own human imagination, letting you think bigger and move faster than you probably ever thought possible. Look, the AI landscape is evolving at a crazy pace, and yeah, it can feel a little overwhelming. But the truth is, you are absolutely not too late. You've unpacked the Matryoshka doll with us today, from raw data all the way up to autonomous agents. So the only question left for you is, which of those 3 paths are you going to take today to start building your own AI future? Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time.
Watch till the end? You'll love what's next. Subscribe, like, and comment for more amazing insights.